Hey everybody, this is Wayne Schwartz, and I'm giving you a lesson today. Sorry about the light there. Just did a little improv in the beginning there. I'm in the key of G major, and what I'm doing is basically, this is again continuing the legato lesson. I hope you're watching the legato lessons. I'll post them again if you haven't seen them. Basically, some of that stuff I did, I was in the key of G major, and we already talked about how we do variations and how we do sliding and how we have to know the scale. And I was in G major there. And basically what I'm going to talk about today is when you're doing legato runs, adding open strings in your runs, especially if you're in the key, particularly in the keys of C major, G major, D major, E major and B major, but you got to watch out on the low strings on open notes there. And what I mean by open strings, G major obviously too, if you know your scales. G major has a ton of other scales in it if you know your modes. G major, A Dorian, etc. up the neck. That could be another lesson, but basically we'll just say the key of G. If you're in the key of G, the key of D, the key of C, those three keys, every open string on the guitar is in that key. So it's really at your advantage to use open strings when you're doing your runs. For example, that lick I just did, or those intro licks I just did. So if you're, say you're in, pick a certain scale pattern. What I would do is you'd have to know your scales linearly. What I mean by that, if I take the key of G here, and change the pickup, and I go G. Okay, I start off on the open E string. Of course, that's in the key. You're gonna have to know the scales. All the way up the neck. And when you do that, just taking that one string, you can do open string licks. So I could take that one string there, and I could go. So you can hear the E minor sound of that. But basically I go linearly up the scale, and I can use open string licks. And you can have variation on that. For example, you can do the classic, what I like to call classic Satriani lick, where you go like this. You can pick them instead of legato. You can. And since we're talking about legato, we just stick with that. Or you can do these kind. Again, very Satch-like. Very Satch-like. And you should do that in all the strings. So you can go to your B string and do the same thing. See, then that would be obviously a mode. And then go down the other strings, do the same thing, until you get used to the scale. Variate it. Go up and down. that, and then obviously repeat it on the other strings. So you keep doing that kind of thing. And obviously slow, but until you get the hang of it. Then what I like to do is put it all together, and then I like to go down all the strings. So I like to do stuff like this. Sorry, let me do that again. So again, that'd be... And then the last example, I like to do a run and then just put open strings in the run. Again, this is in key of G major. So I would do like a run, maybe like run. See? There's an open string there. Let me put another one in. So that's using open strings. And I tried to put in a lot there. I hope you got something out of it. We'll see you in the next lesson.